For practice this week, what came up for me yesterday was this recognition that our yoga practice can be this tool for discovering a sense of belonging within our bodies. Um, we all have a unique physical vessel that moves us through this human life, and um, I think many of us feel a disconnect, or our relationship within our bodies is has room for growth and healing. But our yoga practice is a tool to help us feel that sense of sanctuary within our muscles, our bones, our breath. And so allowing our practice today to be this opportunity of like really finding a sense of belonging within our bodies and where they're at in the moment, um, instead of like wishing for more this or a different this, or reminiscing on when things were like this, but allowing ourselves to be within our bodies, present to what's accessible today, and to be incredibly grateful for what we are physically capable of, and for the body that we have that is unique to us, right? Unlike anyone else's. So creating that sense of belonging within our bodies, and breathing deeply into that so that we find like a grounding within that. Our physical focus is going to be hamstrings and twisting. Blocks could be helpful if you have them at the top of your yoga mat eventually. Yeah. Let's start in Savasana though today. So go ahead and lie back and get comfortable, and just take a moment to really settle into the support of the earth, adjusting until your arms and your legs are comfortable. Neck and shoulders can settle. Hips become heavy. And then allow your eyes to drop shut. So you can direct all of your attention inward to sensation, breath, thought, and feeling. And you start to notice and observe the sensation of your body being held by your yoga mat, the sensation of your breath as it flows in and out, and the experience of your inner landscape of heart and mind. Just noticing how deep that connection between you and your body is in this moment. Can you feel those more subtle sensations? Are you in tune with the layers of feelings, of emotions? Are you aware of the thoughts that are traveling through? And as you deepen your breath, letting every inhale become more expansive, allowing every exhale to get slow and steady. Feel a sense of deepening into the awareness of your body, all the way to your fingers, your toes. Feel a sense of deepening into the awareness of your heart, leaning back to really feel into the emotions that are with you in this moment. And also feel a sense of deepening to the awareness of the thoughts as they arise. Just noticing and observing without judgment, without comparison, but just with a sense of curiosity. And continue to deepen your breath. Maybe filling up a little bit wider into your side bodies and your back body. And allowing every exhale to get a little bit slower, to extend a little bit further as you empty all the way. Feeling that sensation at the bottom of your breath before you begin to fill up again. In this last moment before we start to dive into our physical practice, maybe bring one or both hands to your heart space. And offering your practice the intention of cultivating that sense of belonging within your own body, that sense of at-homeness within your muscles and your bones, and creating a sanctuary within your physical vessel. Holding that intention at your heart, take a big, big breath in through your nose. And as you're ready, open mouth, exhale, let it go. Let your lips seal, take a deep breath in through your nose. And then keep your lips sealed and exhale through your nose. To continue to breathe in and out of your nose, slowly start to find a full body stretch. Reach your hands up and overhead and start to find some wrist circles, ankle circles, any natural movement here. And then over your next breath or so, begin to bring both your knees into your chest. Draw your thighs into your heart space. Take a little rock from left to right. Maybe a circle with your knees in each direction. And then keeping both of your knees bent, go ahead and place your feet down to the earth. And then leave your left foot grounded to your yoga mat and extend your right leg to the sky for a hamstring stretch. As you reach your hands behind your right leg, you can have some softness in your knee. And then perhaps you flex, point, and circle out through your right ankle. Just feeling how the change in direction of your toes changes the entire sensation down the back of your right leg. If you'd rather extend your left leg long to deepen the hamstring stretch, you can find extension through your left leg. Then on your next inhale, start to flex your right heel up to the ceiling. Keeping the flex to your heel as you breathe out, take your right leg a little bit from left to right, side to side. Add a little bit of external rotation through your right thigh bone. So imagine rotating your toes towards the right side of the room just slightly as you reach your right hip forward and away. And then big breath in. If your left leg isn't already extended, start to extend your left leg. And as you breathe out, we're going to let the right leg tip across us into a twist. You can keep your right leg extended, or if it would feel better to soften through your right knee, feel free to bend your right knee. Right shoulder releases down towards the earth. Collarbones are nice and wide. Take a deep breath in. And a really slow and intentional exhale out. And one more breath here. If you have extension through your right leg, maybe you flex your right heel away, get really strong and energized down the length of your right leg. And then start to bend your right knee as you roll to your back body and come to center. Bring both your knees into your chest. Lengthen through your spine and then start to find a 90-degree bend with your legs. So your knees are stacked over your hips, shins are parallel to the earth. Zip your legs up together at center, really hug through your thighs. And then cross your right ankle on top of your left. We're going to point through our toes, so there's energy traveling all the way down through our legs. And then pull your navel to your spine. Take your fingertips behind your head, elbows nice and wide. And then keeping that 90-degree bend in your legs, you're going to inhale to lower your feet to either hover above the earth or to tap your yoga mat, feeling your low belly light up. As you exhale, start to lift your legs and twist to the right side of the room. So left elbow's twisting to your right thigh. As you inhale, you're going to start to come back to center, open your heart to the sky, lower your feet to hover or tap the earth. And going in the same direction as you exhale, lift and twist to the right, left elbow to your right thigh. One more time like this, we'll inhale, lower, open. As you exhale, lift and twist left elbow towards your right thigh. Now pausing here, keep everything the same. Just send your left leg forward towards a hover. And keeping your left leg long, take a big breath in. As you exhale, use your core to lift your left leg up to the sky. Twice more like this. We're going to inhale, left leg lowers, slow and controlled. And then try not to rush, navel to spine. Exhale, lifts your left leg to the sky. The last round, inhale, left leg lowers. And then use your exhale to lift your left leg up. Release and relax, let your head and shoulders drop back, knees come to your chest. Take a deep breath through your nose. And then open mouth, exhale, release that breath out. Moving to our hamstring stretch, second side left leg's gonna extend to the ceiling. You can keep your right knee bent and place your right foot to the earth. Or if you want to, you can right away extend your right leg long. Your left leg doesn't have to be completely straight. Maybe there's some softness to your left knee, especially since it's early on still. And then you can point, flex, and find rotation through your left ankle. Just feeling all those different moments of sensation. Think about your left outer hip lengthening forward and towards the midline of your body. So it's almost like you're trying to wrap your outer left hip to your inner right thigh. And start to flex your left heel to the ceiling. And as you find that energy through your left heel, take a little side to side action with your leg. Doesn't need to be much. Maybe that slight external rotation of your left thigh bone to turn your left toes just energetically towards the left side of the room a little bit. And taking a breath in. In your exhale, you're going to start to extend your right leg long. Left leg can stay extended, or you can bend your left knee as you tip into your supine twist. As your left leg extends across your body, right? Relax your left shoulder back towards the earth. And think about breathing length along your torso for 2 cycles of breath. And start to find your way back to center. Bend through your left knee. As you roll to your back body, bring both your knees to your chest just for a moment to lengthen through your spine reset. As you bring your knees into your 90-degree bend, stacking your knees over your hips and zipping through your thighs. You're going to cross your left ankle on top of your right this time. Find that active point of your toes, light up through your core, and then take your hands behind your head. Elbows nice and wide. With knees at 90, we're going to inhale our feet to a hover to tap the ground. Really go slow here, finding that control from your core. Feel your low back completely anchored. Then exhale, lift and rotate. Right elbow towards your left thigh. So you're twisting towards the left side of the room. On your breath in, you're going to slowly start to open up back through center. Feet hover or tap. And then use your exhale, lift and twist. Right elbow sweeps across. And one more time like this, slow and strong. We control as we open. And then try not to rush as you exhale, lift and twist. Pausing at the top.
Take everything as it is, except your right leg's going to start to extend forward to a hover. You take this bicycle shape through your upper body and your left leg, deep inhale. And as you exhale, right leg stays long as you slowly lift your right leg to the sky, really finding that control from your center strength. Okay, finding 2 more rounds. We use our in-breath to lower, slow, strong inhale as you come to a hover with your right leg. Slow exhale as you lift your right leg up to the sky. And last one here, in-breath to lower. And then on your exhale, feeling the strength of your body as your right leg lifts. Release and relax, knees to chest, let your head and shoulders fall back. Maybe take a windshield wiper or happy baby. And then draw a deep inhale through your nose. And open mouth exhale to release. And start to rock and roll forwards and backwards. We're headed to our tabletop pose. Eventually, you'll find your shoulders stacked above your wrists and your hips are going to stack right over your knees. Your fingers wide across the earth. Start to inhale to a cow pose. Lift your heart, lift your tailbone. And then on your exhale, press and round to find cat. Allow your tailbone to actively tuck. And then relax your head between your biceps. Inhale to your cow pose once again, heart and tailbone lift. And then exhale to press and round, shoulder blades open wide. Last cycle here, big breath into your cow pose. Then exhale travels you into your cat pose. As you come back to neutral, take a moment to flip the back of your left hand to the earth for a wrist stretch. And gently pressing the top of your left hand into your yoga mat. And when you're ready, just go ahead and switch. Back of your right hand, the top of your right hand onto the earth. Finding that gentle stretch up through your forearm. And back through tabletop, you might have to shift your hips back in space a little bit. We're going to turn our fingertips to face our knees. So externally rotate your hands, fingertips face your knees. As you press your palms into the earth, begin to shift back a little bit, another stretch through your forearms. You can find a little micro bend through your elbows here, as you anchor through your fingertips. And then eventually going back into your tabletop pose, start to tuck your toes and find your first downward facing dog. As you send your hips up high, find a big push away with the power of your arms. As you keep pushing the earth away from your arm strength, feel how your side bodies lengthen. And then slowly reach one heel towards the earth, and then the other. You take one more little pedal to each side, just allowing your hamstrings, your calves to waken up even more. And with a big breath in, start to reach your right leg to the sky, finding your three-legged dog. And then exhale, slowly step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat, maybe give it a boost. And then lower your left knee to the ground. Left toes can be tucked or untucked. We're going to inhale to our vinyasa, low crescent lunge, big lift through your heart and hands. And as you exhale, your hands come down to the earth. Option to use yoga blocks here. Half split. We're going to lengthen the right leg out and flex our right toes to the sky. For today, it's definitely okay if you let your hips sink back in space a little bit further instead of having your hips stacked directly over your left knee. So you flex your right toes to your face.
Make sure there's a little micro bend in your right knee. Then think about anchoring down through your right heel. Drag your right heel energetically back as you isometrically hug your left knee forward. So there's this like hug to the middle of your yoga mat. From here, begin to bend into your right knee and lift your back knee off the ground, moving through your low lunge. We're going to step forward to a cross-legged forward fold. Left ankle crosses behind your right. Now, so your pinky toes, they don't need to line up. You can soften your knees here. Relax your belly towards your thighs. Head is heavy, tailbone is tall. Take one big breath. And start to unwind your legs to a regular forward fold. And use your inhale to lift up halfway through your torso. Lean slightly forward, think tailbone lifts tall. And exhale, forward fold, release. With a big breath in, we're going to circle sweep all the way to standing Urdhva Hastasana. And then as you exhale, find your goddess arms, elbows open wide. Inhale, re-extend your hands up to the sky. And exhale, soften your knees and hinge forward to your forward fold. We'll take a half lift as we inhale. And then find your high plank on your exhale. One full cycle of breath here. Activate through your thighs. Press the earth away with your hands. And then really feel that navel to spine connection. So you feel your entire body working to support you here. Find your breath. We want to keep this long line of energy through our body as we shift forward on inhale and lower to our bellies on exhale. So keep your head in line with your spine, core is strong, thighs are strong as you slowly lower all the way down. Untuck your toes and follow your inhale to your low cobra. Lift through your heart, option to hover your hands. And keep breathing here, lighting up your quads. Can you press your toenails into the earth, even your pinky toe, your baby toenail into the ground? Taking one more inhale, feeling that squeeze between your shoulder blades at the back of your heart. And your exhale, release down. Elbows stay hugged and close beside you. And press back into a child's pose using your triceps and your core. Reach your hips to your heels. Taking one big breath in and one slow breath out. So to breathe your way through your tabletop, and then as you exhale, downward facing dog, tuck your toes and lift your hips. So you find that big push away of the earth. Inhale your left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. And exhale to step your left foot forward to the top. Release your right knee down for Anjaneyasana. Big breath in, lift your heart and hands. Then as you exhale, half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana, hands to the earth or to yoga blocks. Begin to lengthen your left leg. And let's flex our left toes to the sky. And as you find that activation of left heel dragging back, right knee dragging forward, think cow spine. Can you untuck your tailbone to the ceiling? Find an energetic lift of your heart. Keep finding that active stretch energy traveling down the entire length of your left leg as you anchor and drag your left heel towards the back of your yoga mat for one more moment. We'll start to bend through our front knee. Lift your back knee off the earth as you move through your low lunge. Cross-legged forward fold, lean into your left foot and step your right ankle behind. And again, right, you can have your right foot staggered pretty far back, that's totally fine, but try to keep the four corners of both feet grounded here. Maybe there's some softness through your knees. Relax your head and go about an inhale, sending your tailbone towards the sky. As you exhale, can you relax your heart towards your thighs just a little bit more? Then start to unwind your legs, regular forward fold.
Inhale lifts you halfway. Lengthen, tailbone lifts tall. Lean a little bit forward, and then exhale, forward fold. We'll rise all the way up with our breath. Urdhva Hastasana, circle sweep as you inhale. Exhale through your goddess arms. Find that lift of your sternum as your elbows expand wide. Big breath in, reach up to the sky. And exhale, hinge forward to your forward fold. Halfway lift with your in-breath. And exhale through your high plank, using your core to step your feet back. On an in-breath, find that shift forward towards your tippy toes. Knees up or down, exhale as one solid line all the way to your belly. Elbows stretching back at the crown of your head reaches forward. Untuck your toes. With your breath in, find low or high cobra. And on your exhale, release. Press back to your child's pose. Strong through your center, shift your hips to your heels. Take one breath in and one breath out. When you're ready, making your way into downward facing dog again. Shift forward, tuck your toes, and lift your hips. In your downward facing dog, follow your inhale to reach your right leg to the sky, three-legged. On exhale, right knee towards your left tricep, shift forward and twist. We're gonna hold as we breathe in. Keep pressing through your hands and pulling your heart forward as you exhale. Feel your navel pull to your spine. Now from your core, more than your arms, pulling from your center, three-legged dog, deep breath reaches right leg high. On out breath, step your right foot forward to the top. Hands to fingertips or yoga blocks. The left knee is gonna come to a hover cow lunge. Pull your heart forward and through. And as you breathe out, without momentum, we're gonna lean into our right foot and push into our standing split. So press down through your right foot, left leg is going to the sky. Square through your hips today, so rotate your left hip point, knee and toes to point to the ground. Relax through your head, take a nice big breath in. On your exhale, maybe start to bend both of your knees for your Shiva squat. Think about sending your hips back in space. As you sink your hips low, 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 peek your gaze slightly forward. Now press through your right foot, standing splits as you inhale. Then same thing, exhale, Shiva squat. So as you bend in your right knee, think about reaching your hips as far back in space as you can. So think hips go back and down. And push through your right foot to re-extend. Good, last time, Shiva squat. Slowly start to bend, sink low. And then from your Shiva squat, step your left toes to the back of your yoga mat. Root through your feet, high crescent lunge, big, big breath in to rise. As you exhale, open arm twist to the right, swing your right hand backwards, reach your left hand forwards. Stretch actively through your fingertips. And think about this expansion from your left fingertips through your left heel. Through your left leg light up. With a big breath in, keeping your twist, inhale to exalt, reach your left hand to the sky. On exhale, we're gonna windmill down through a low lunge. And then turn all 10 toes to the left, bending your left knee for your side lunge, or perhaps Skandasana if you wanna sink your hips low and flex your right toes to the sky. And take one breath in. Upon exhale, we're gonna rotate to the back of our yoga mat, low lunge. You're framing your left foot. Strength of your core is active as you step forward to your chair pose, Utkatasana.
Once your right foot meets your left, sink your hips low and then press through your feet to inhale your heart and hands up high. Exhale, hands to heart center, collarbones still wide. Letting up your center, left leg is going to stay grounded. Begin to flamingo your right heel up and in. And take your time, press through your left foot, start to stand up with your right leg. You have the option to extend your right leg forward using that hamstring space you just created. Take a nice big breath in. On your exhale, bend through your right knee. And use your core to twist your upper body to the right. Hips stay square to the front. Left glute is really active here as you rotate your heart towards the right. Maybe expand through your wings, send your left hand forward and your right hand backwards. You can also take your left hand to the outside of your right thigh and use that as a leverage to really facilitate a deep twist through your mid and upper back. For a little more balanced challenge, peek back at your right thumb. And then once you are connected to your breath, use an inhale to bring you square again, hands to heart. Exhale through your airplane pose. Hands can stay at heart center for a little bit of a balanced challenge, or extend your arms back into your airplane wings. Think about pressing down with your left foot to create buoyancy through the back of your heart. And then slowly step down into your high crescent lunge. Right toes to the earth, big breath in reaches your heart and hands to the sky. Let's exhale through our goddess arms, finding a little release and opening through the front line. And then let your hands start to swan dive wide as you tip all the way down to the earth, hands frame your left foot. As you push into your hands, think about using your core here to pluck your left foot off the ground and then inhale, three-legged dog, left leg to the sky. On exhale, left knee is going towards your right tricep, shift forward and twist. Hold for your breath in and stay as you breathe out. Three-legged dog, and in-breath extends your left leg tall again. And exhale, left foot steps forward. Right knee releases to a hover cow lunge. Draw your rib cage forward as you dip your hips. On exhale, begin to lean into your left foot without momentum, trying to minimize the push off from your right foot. We're going standing split. So tip into your left leg strength and sweep your right leg to the sky. Relax your head as much as possible. Take a big breath in. We're going to exhale, Shiva squat. So maybe start to bend through your knees. Send your hips back and down. Think about pulling your navel to your spine as you transfer a lot of that energy into your left heel. Now push through your left foot standing split slowly as you inhale. Now twice more, we'll exhale to our Shiva squat. Then think hips go back and down, get low, low, low. Reach your heart forward at the bottom. And then press through your left foot, big breath in. Last time here, we'll exhale through our Shiva squat. And at the bottom, start to send your right foot back. Sitting up for your high crescent lunge. And that's a big push to your strong legs to inhale all the way up. As you exhale, shoulders relax away from your ears. Start to find your open arm twist as you turn to your left. So again, we have that line of energy across our collarbones to our fingertips. You also have that line of energy from your right fingertips to your right heel. So you engage through your right leg and glute, keeping the twist. Inhale, exalt. Lift your ribs off your hips, reach your right hand up high. Exhale, windmill down through your low lunge. Rotate your toes to the right. And find that bend through your right knee for your side lunge, your lateral lunge, or your skandasana. Take one big breath in. And one slow breath out. Okay, turning to the top of our yoga mats, we're going to rotate through our low lunge to frame our right foot and step into our chair pose, Utkatasana. So full breath in as we rise, and exhale, hands to heart center. Doesn't need to be your deepest chair pose. We're going to start to shift into our right foot. And as you're ready, activating through your center flamingo, left heel up and in. Find a focus point for your gaze, and then push down through your right foot to slowly stand up with your left knee. And maybe start to extend your left leg long. Not so much concerned with the height of your left leg, think about the length and the engagement. So length through your left hamstring, engagement through your left quad. And from here, bend into your left knee again, and then keeping your hips square, use your core to twist to the left with your upper body. Rooting down through your right foot nice and strong so you get taller through heart and crown. Maybe you expand your wings open. And think about stretching your collarbones across your chest. And then perhaps your right hand catches your outer left thigh. And you use that to help you rinse and rotate. Then if you have that extra balance challenge, you can look back at your left thumb, your left hand. Really take your time as you square yourself forward to the front again. Moving through your airplane with control, hands can stay at heart or send your arms back beside you. Just take one big breath in as you create buoyancy. And exhale, high crescent, left toes land. Breathe your heart and hands up to the sky. Empty your lungs and goddess your arms, elbows open. Press your elbows nice and wide. And then we're going to swan dive forward, send your arms out, and then drape down, hands to the earth. And from here, three-legged dog, big breath in, reaches your right leg to the ceiling. Exhale, right knee towards your left tricep, find that same twist. Option to hold for a brief moment in your falling triangle. Perhaps you send your right leg through. Spin your left heel down and open up for your in-breath. On exhale, we're going back towards our three-legged dog. So left hand's gonna land if you lifted it up. Use your inhale to reach your right leg to the ceiling. Exhale, we'll step your right foot forward to the top. With a breath in, left knee hovers, cow lunge. A little different this time. As you exhale, lengthen both of your legs for your cat lunge, your hamstring stretch. Left hand to the earth or to a yoga block. Revolve your right hand to the sky. So your revolved pyramid. Just take one big breath in. Exhale, bend into your right knee. Release your right hand to the earth or to your blocks. Shift forward into your standing splits, left leg to the sky. Take an inhale. On exhale, Shiva squat, bend through your knees, sink your hips low. Left hand on the earth or on a yoga block. We're going to start to press through our right foot into a revolved half moon. So as you lengthen out your limbs, you're twisting to the right, reach your right hand high, left leg goes long. Just take one more deep breath. And then breath out brings you back into your Shiva squat. Step your left toes to the back of your yoga mat. Turn all 10 toes to the left, wide-legged forward fold this time, taking a moment. Nice big breath in. Option for an open mouth exhale out. And start to bend into your left knee, moving through your side lunge or your skandasana. We're going to turn to the back of our yoga mat, finding our low lunge. And from here, chair pose. Right foot will step forward. We'll inhale to rise. Exhale your hands to your heart. Shift your energy into your left foot. Maybe you find the flamingo action through your right side. And then just like before, we're going to press down to rise that big breath in. Perhaps you extend your right leg forward for a moment. And exhale to bend your right knee. Now let's take our right hand to our right hip. You have some options here. Your left hand is going to go along your right leg. So the most advanced option is going to be second and third fingers around your right big toe. The reason that's advanced is it's going to take a lot more flexibility through your hamstring. If that's not accessible, you want a different option, your left hand can cup underneath your right ankle, or you can also take your left hand underneath your right thigh. From here, you're going to start to expand your right leg along any amount. You can also keep it bent if you'd rather. As you twist your upper body to the right, shrug your shoulders out of your ears. Maybe send your right arm back in space. So just building off what we did in the previous layer, take a big breath in. Slow breath out. When you're ready to unwind from here, we're going to go into our airplane or warrior 3. So as you slowly pendulum swing your right leg backwards and square your body, either airplane arms or reach your hands overhead for a brief moment in warrior 3. We're going to step back through our high crescent lunge, just taking your time to lower. Then open up to your warrior 2 for a moment. Reverse your triangle with a big breath in. And as you exhale, keeping your triangle legs, just bring your torso upright. And from here, star pose, turn all 10 toes to the long edge of your yoga mat, hands reach up high. And then warrior 2 to the front, right toes pivot to face the front as you bend into your right knee. We're going to start to windmill down into a low lunge, turning our right foot, square your hips to the front. And step back into either your high plank or your downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, you can choose chaturanga. You can stay in your down dog, or you can take a moment in your child's pose. We'll meet back in our downward facing dog in about a breath. Okay, we're gonna make our way through second side, and then we are going to lay down. So from your downward facing dog, once you get there, resetting with a breath, take a deep inhale in. And open mouth, exhale out. And inhale to extend your left leg to the sky. As you exhale, left knee is going to twist underneath you towards your right tricep, or you can find your fallen triangle. If you want to, stretch your left leg through and open up to the sky. Moving back to our three-legged dog, right hand returns to the earth. If you lifted it, unthread your left leg up to the ceiling and step your left foot forward to the top. We'll start with a cow lunge. Deepen your breath as you sink your right knee towards a hover. And exhale to your cat lunge. Find length through both your legs. Right fingertips to the earth, or right hand to your yoga block. We're going to press your right hand and twist open into our revolved pyramid. It's okay if there's some bend through your front leg. Maybe it's a pretty generous bend. But we're energetically moving our legs and our torso towards extension. Think about your left hip drawing back. Right hip is buoyant. And then feel your heart and crown stretch forward as you rotate through your mid and upper back from the leverage of your right hand. Okay, so to bend into your front knee, release your twist. Standing splits, lean into your left foot. Inhale your right toes to the sky. Exhale, Shiva squat. Start to bend through both of your knees. Hips get low. Right fingertips to the earth, or right hand to a yoga block. Revolved half moon. Begin to lengthen out as you twist towards the left. Strong power through your right leg. Take one big breath in. And then exhale, Shiva squat. Right toes step to the back of your yoga mat. Turning to your right, wide-legged forward fold. Relax through center. Take one big breath in. And then maybe an open mouth exhale, release. We'll bend into our right knee, side lunge or skandasana. And then continue to face the back of your yoga mat, low lunge. Here's our grand finale for effort. We're gonna step forward into our last chair pose. Hugging through center, core ignites. Hands will make their way to your heart. You're gonna stand strong into your right foot. Maybe begin with your flamingo through your left leg. Root to rise, using your breath in. Perhaps you start with an extension of your left leg forward. And exhale to bend your left knee again. So we're going to be twisting to the left this time. You can choose where your right hand is on your left leg. If you wanted to do the variation we did before, you can always take your right hand to your outer left thigh. Otherwise, you can hold underneath your hamstring, underneath your ankle, while your right fingers can catch your left big toe. We're going to start to twist and expand to the left side. You send your left hand back, root to rise, so press down through your right foot to grow tall through heart and crown. Take one cycle of breath. When you're ready for your transition to your airplane or your warrior three, take a big breath in. Left leg is strong as you exhale to pendulum swing to airplane or warrior three. So give it one big breath in. Exhale through your high crescent. Open through your warrior two. Breath in to reverse your triangle, lengthen. As you breathe out, keep your triangle legs, just spread your wings wide. Through a star pose, rise and rotate, breath in. Warrior to the front as we exhale. Windmill down through your low lunge. And then this time, take a big step forward to your forward fold. Relax your head for a second, maybe shake it yes and no, release. Then inhale to lengthen halfway. With your exhale, have a seat. You might choose to take a sip of water. This is a spicy flow because you're getting into a lot of deep lengthening as well as big engagement with like our revolved half moon, etc. So maybe hydrating first. And then we're going to anchor through our heels, sit up tall through our torso using our core. Let's send our hands out in front of us to start today. Plug your shoulders in and flip your palms up to the sky. Once you feel that navel to spine connection and the power of your heels pressing into the earth to light up your core, take a deep inhale. And then really slowly, you're going to exhale to roll to your back body. Keep plugging your shoulders into your torso as your heels stay grounded and you slowly descend. Once you arrive, take a full body stretch, deep breath in. And open mouth exhale, release. Start to bend your knees into your body. First, to lengthen through your spine. And have hands at the fronts of our knees, modified happy baby. Knees will fall open and wide. And think about letting your hands as they catch the fronts of your knees. Your hands are going to go forward with your knees. So your knees are pressing towards the front corners of your yoga mat to draw your shoulders out of your ears and create a stretch through your traps and your neck.
So knees go wide and forward, arms are long, shoulders out of ears. From here, we're gonna move into our bridge pose to balance out all the hamstring lengthening that we did. So heels stacked beneath your knees, take a big breath in. Follow your exhale to root through your feet and lift through your hips. Drawing your shoulders out of your ears. Find that big root to rise energy through your body here. And take 3 really steady breaths. So extending through your inhale. And then extending through your exhale. You can think about dragging your heels energetically towards the back of your heart. Keep sending your tailbone forward. Core is strong, glutes are strong. And when you're ready to release, find a big breath in. But think about keeping the engagement through your lower body as you exhale your hips slowly down to your yoga mat. Once your hips arrive, walk your feet wide and find a couple windshield wipers side to side. And then next time that your knees tip over to the left, let them fall all the way to the left, pinwheel twist. Option for your left ankle to stack on your outer right thigh. Let's take one more breath here. If you have your left ankle stacked on your right thigh, slide it off. Left foot finds the left edge of your yoga mat again. And then slowly bring your knees to center and all the way to the right, pinwheel twist second side. Maybe your right ankle stacks on your outer left thigh this time, just encouraging the internal rotation and that big stretch to your left side. As you release, make your way back to center, choosing one final shape. Maybe that is legs up to the sky, plow, or shoulder stand. Maybe you find Supta Baddha Konasana, your butterfly. Or you can just draw your knees into your chest and curl your nose up to your knees. But over your next couple of cycles of breath, maybe 3 to 5 breaths, making your way eventually into your Savasana. Sending arms and legs out long as you settle into the support of the earth again. And taking what you need in this transition into stillness so that your body can settle in. And as your body settles into stillness, allowing your mind to also settle in. Returning all of your focus back to the subtle sensations of your body. And the steady ebb and flow of your breath. And the contents of your heart and the space of your mind. The inner landscape of thought and feeling.
As we drop into our Savasana, these final few minutes of our practice, and settling into that sense of belonging within our own bodies, cultivating that sense of sanctuary within our unique anatomies, right? No two bodies alike are the same. Each individual. And as you drop in, as you feel the earth rising up to hold you, if it would feel good, maybe take one more deep inhale through your nose. And one more open mouth exhale, let it go. Starting to expand your breath again. You reach your breath into those further spaces of your body, towards your fingers and your toes, tailbone and crown, the back of your body. As you breathe into these spaces, it's feeling your breath tending to your physical vessel, feeling your practice as a form of nourishment for your relationship between you and your body, to nurture that sense of belonging within your own muscles and bones. And maybe bring one or both hands to your heart, feeling the beat of your heart in your chest and the flow of your breath in your lungs, these symbols of the life that moves through us. As we pause for this last moment in gratitude of this practice, we pause in appreciation of all that this practice offers us. We pause in deep appreciation of our bodies and what we're physically capable of, our physical health and well-being, and the physical health and well-being of those around us. And in gratitude of this time that we got to spend moving and breathing in community, we'll take a deep collective inhale through the nose. And one more cleansing open mouth exhale, let it go. May yoga offer us a path to compassion, and may our practices serve as our teachers, always leading us to live with greater authenticity and to love more deeply each and every day. Thank you so much for being here and taking this time. And namaste.